Good evening. We bring you the latest in the world of sports. Filling in for Paulo Del Rosario, I'm Jet Manuel.
And we give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite icons and athletes. I'm Billy Capistrano. In tonight's game plan, Alaska Aces forward Gab Banal joins us to break down the PBA final series between TNT and Magnolia. Can Calvin Abueva still lead the Hotshots down 3-1 to win the championship?
And we'll check in with Beach Volleyball Republic co-founders Charo Soriano and Z Gervacio live from the province of Cagayan. Let's begin with the latest on Game 5 of the PBA Finals between the TNT Tropang Giga and the Magnolia Hotshots Pambansang Manok. And joining us from the bubble is our correspondent, Carlo Pamintuan. Carlo, good evening, and what's the latest over there?
Good evening, Jed. Good evening, Billy. So far, TNT hoping to close out the series here and now in game number 5. They led by as many as 23 points, but now they will lead by 14, 47-33. You just heard the halftime buzzer. It's all because of the points of turnovers and the effort and the 43-point shooting coming from the TNT Tropang Giga. That is why they are up by double digits here heading into the halftime break. Mikey Williams did not score a single point in the first quarter of action, but now is the leading scorer. He has 10 points in the ball game as TNT, the franchise, is hoping to end their 6-year title drought here in the Philippines.
Thanks, Carlo. And you talk about Magnolia, and they're hanging on by a thread right now, down 3-1. What is the vibe of the bench over there? You see the players, you see the coaches. How are they, especially from the bench entering into this halftime break?
That they know that they have enough to compete. They defeated the TNT Tropang Giga in game number 3. They know that they have the materials, they have the game plan, but it's all about getting everything correctly. It's about managing their mistakes, not turning the ball over too much. Kasi yun yung naging problema, no? In game number 4, they committed 12 turnovers in the second quarter, and that ended up being the big difference in the ball game. Here in the stretch, they were actually up early in the first quarter. Then they committed turnovers once again that allowed TNT to gain control of the matchup. So let's see if Magnolia can, shoot their way back into this contest, because they got, I think, a little bit lucky that Derek Ahanmisi heated up in the second quarter of action. Rather, he put out 8 straight points in rapid succession that at least allowed them to inch closer. It's much different facing a 23-point deficit compared to a 14-point deficit at the half. So let's see how Magnolia will try to adjust heading into the second half.
Well, those are positives coming into the halftime, and this is still an exciting game to watch. Thank you, Carlo, for joining us tonight.
And of course, we're so jealous that Carlo gets to experience that game
We missed the crowd.
firsthand. Well, enjoy the rest of the game, Carlo, and thank you again. Now let's turn to a player who's familiar with competing with superstars in the finals. Tonight, we are joined by Alaska Aces forward Gab Banal, one of the most eloquent, intelligent, insightful basketball players that I know. Next to Jet, of course.
Yes. Actually, we forgot to add, this guy is the leading three-point shooter
Yeah.
in the league. I just need to say that.
Well, hello, Gab. Kamusta ka naman? And welcome to the game. Now, of course, before anything else, we want to ask you, what are your quick thoughts on this final series so far? And are you surprised that TNT has a lead 3-1?
Good evening, Jet. Good evening, Belly. Well, I'm not surprised. Definitely, TNT led the tournament. They were first in the elimination. I feel like Coach Shot has really got into his groove, especially now Mikey Williams has found his groove also. I'm not surprised actually how TNT is playing, and now they're up 3-1, and they're leading in today's first half.
And you mentioned, Gab, certain specific player, Mikey Williams, former teammate in Mighty Sports. You got to play with him, you got to see him, practice with him, and then you went up against him in the MPBL. How do you say na rookie pa lang siya, quote unquote rookie, but the way he's been performing now is just off the chart. So, what can you say about this game and how he has performed at this level?
Actually, Jet, he's technically not a rookie. He's a rookie in the PBA, but he's 30 years old. He's gotten a lot of experiences playing abroad, competing with different talent. This dude played in the NBA G League, even played locally in the MPBL. So he's really primed to perform in PBA. And it goes to show his game. His confidence is there, and then he has the full trust of Coach Chot, even in his teammates. So I'm not surprised Mikey is playing well and perhaps going to be the finals MVP if they win this whole championship.
Now, Gab, on the topic of Mikey Williams, what can Magnolia do to limit him in this game?
Oh yeah, that's a good question, Billy. They can't really stop Mikey Williams, but I guess they just have. It's hard to prepare, especially that there's only one game between games, so the team can't really practice defensive schemes if they want to try against Mikey Williams. They put Rafi Rivas on him, Calvin Abueva, Baroka, Halalon, De La Rosa, everyone. I guess they just need to. It's a collective effort. No one man can't really defend him or limit him. It's a collective effort. It's team defense right now for Magnolia.
Exactly. And Gab, as we watch this game, ito naman may game rin kami para sa iyo.
Especially for you,
Yes,
Gab.
we set this up perfectly.
Okay.
Billy will ask you a few questions. Billy, set this up for us.
All right, so this is called Superstar Pick and Gab. We have questions for you, as Jet mentioned. And then, para lang this or that, pero player edition, mga Superstar edition.
Okay.
So first up, we have, who would you rather have as your leader? Jason Castro or Paulie, and why?
Okay, that's a good question. For me, a leader, a leader kasi has to have that personality. Like, he can't just say he's been in the league for quite, a number of years. That means he qualifies as a leader. He can be leader in terms of actions, but like for me, a leader always needs to speak up. So for me, Jason Castro is more of a leader for me than Paulie. Paulie can show it in terms of actions, but that from what I need from a leader is, he voices it out too. And I feel like Jason Castro does that. Especially now he gave way for Mikey Williams. That says about his leadership. That says a lot about his leadership.
All right, next one, Gab. Who would you rather have as your franchise player? This is also a good one. Mikey Williams or
Jet
Calvin
Manuel.
Abueva?
I'm not on the choices, Gab.
Unfortunately.
But yeah, they told
Sorry.
me bawal daw eh. But who's that? Mikey Williams
And
or
Calvin Abueva, best player of the conference.
Right. Yeah, actually, but I have to go with Mikey Williams because he's like an import for me. He plays like an import. So I definitely gotta go with Mikey Williams.
And
Okay.
and the last one, Gab, who would you rather have as your big man? Ian Sangalang or Abu Tratter?
Tricky?
Loyalty.
Oh.
Very tricky. Definitely Abu Tratter.
Abu Tratter.
Yeah.
Why? Oh.
He's my teammate.
Okay. That's great. That's a great answer. And for the last, at least hindi kayo mag-away sa practice niyan. Sana nanonood siya. But ito na. So, Gab, we'll just put you on the spot. Your final take right now for the series. Is it gonna end tonight or will it extend another game? And what game will eventually maybe TNT win or Magnolia?
As a fan, I want Magnolia to win to extend the series and keep watching PBA. But I feel like TNT has its momentum, and with 1 day break in between, Magnolia will have a tough time adjusting and creating defensive schemes and adjusting. So I'm going with TNT tonight, winning it all.
Well, thanks, Gab. Always a pleasure for joining us
Gab.
tonight, and we hope to have you on the show
Thanks,
soon.
Jet. Thanks, Billy. Yep.
Meanwhile, the Utah Jazz defeated the Houston Rockets earlier today in the historic first game of Jordan Clarkson and Jalen Green against each other on Filipino Heritage Night. Let's listen in to Jordan after that win.
Us two being here, I think I said it to the Houston sideline reporter. It's just like super inspirational and like for the youth and every Filipino American, every Filipino, anybody with Filipino blood. So I feel like it's just an amazing experience, something that never can be done again because we're the first, and hopefully see more come through the league.
Now, after the break, we'll fly to the beautiful province of Cagayan as we check in on the second leg of the Beach Volleyball Republic on Tour 2021. Stay tuned, you're watching The Game. welcome back to the game. The 2021 Beach Volleyball Republic on Tour in Santa Ana, Cagayan kicked off with its second leg yesterday. Tonight, BVR co-founders join us. Z Gervacio, who's also playing in the tournament, it's live from Santa Ana, Cagayan, while the woman with so many hats, Madam Charo Soriano, is live from Tagigaraw City. Z, Madam Charo, we're so excited to have you guys with us, and we're definitely feeling the FOMO with all the sand, sun, and sea that you guys are getting.
Talagang Madam Charo talaga yung
Of course. Hindi pwedeng hindi.
Z, Madam, welcome.
I cringed a bit.
Hindi naman.
But
so many years.
It's either Ate Charo or Madam Charo. So,
let's stick with Madam.
I'll take Ate. I'll
Okay.
take Ate, please. Any time of the day.
Okay, but Z, I wanna start with you first. Madam Z, we miss you
Just
here.
Charo,
Just Charo. Okay. We miss you here, but you still have a beautiful story over there. Parang pagbabalik mo sa sand after your knee surgery. So how do you feel, now that you're going back to the game?
Yeah, it's so great to finally be back on the sand court. Yun nga, it's been a while na sobrang ingit na ingit ako sa teammates ko na nakakapag-ensayo consistently on the sand court. But now, since August, balik na ako sa sand court, nakapag-train na ako. My PT got approved my back to court training, so that's good.
well, we're so happy that you're back, Z. Ang ganda ng picture mo on the screen kanina. And now, let's go to Madam Charo. Of course, I know that you are a woman wearing a lot of hats. And we saw actually a video, interesting video with you and another legend, Angueta Baquiero. Let's watch this.
Oh, exciting to. Maganda tong video na to.
Oh no.
Hintayin natin.
Yeah. No, I think she knows what you're talking about na.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Ayun na.
There it is. Naku, madaming na-excite, Madam Charo, dito sa video na to. There they
Oh my
are
God.
playing on the sand court together, the two legends in the flesh. At napakasaya ng time nila dyan.
Oo nga eh. So, but, with that video, and we see them playing again together, makakita ba kami ng hashtag Tiangge? Diba? Yun, hashtag Tiangge sa BVR soon.
And also, Z, your
Bawal pa po
camera is
yata
turned
ng
on.
Yes, I'm all about it. I am all about it.
Guys, kung may audio yung video, you can hear our shout more than the hit sa ball. Mas malakas pa yung sigaw namin ni Angge.
No,
But yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah. Now, by the way, Z, your camera is turned off. If you can so kindly turn it on again.
Oh, we need to see your tan.
Yeah, we need to see your beautiful face here.
I'm having some technical difficulties.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
No problem at all. Now, again, Jet, speaking of nostalgia, it's so great because these two are legends in the UAAP in their own right. And we can finally watch the volleyball classics on the Varsity channel. So, quick question for the both of you. Favorite UAAP memory? Madam Charo, let's start with you.
Oh, favorite UAAP memory, ang dami. Pero siguro, I really remember the Final Four season namin, yung last with my batchmates, of course. There's not one memory that I can remember, but a lot of the minor ones, yung mga moments namin ng team, like sila Carla, Patty, Charlie, and all my teammates from before. And that was really rough for us kasi when we started, hindi pa masyadong solid yung program ng Ateneo, but we were happy that we were one of the batches that helped solidify a program for the school, for volleyball.
It sounds great. Hearing that, and of course, UAP, iba talaga yung memories natin dyan.
Of course.
But, going back to
Super.
Oo, talaga.
You would know also,
I would
Jet.
know. And Z, if you're there, we want to ask about the BVR and what the fans can expect from it. Even without your tan, we can't see your tan, but can you
I'm
tell
back.
us more about that?
Oh,
there
there
she
she
is.
is.
Okay, there she is. So yun nga, Z, about the BVR, maybe you can tell us what the fans can expect.
Yeah, so we just finished the first leg. As we know, there's back-to-back legs here in BVR on Tour Santa Ana, Cagayan. Right now, it's day number 2. We just wrapped up day number 2 of the second leg. And tomorrow, patuloy hanggang Linggo. So if you guys can head over on Puso Pilipinas' Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. So sa Facebook and YouTube, you can watch the women's division games. And on Puso Pilipinas' TikTok page naman, doon yung mapapanood yung men's division. So kanina, nag-flip through the tabs and pages sa phone ko. Kasi 3-setter games yung sabay-sabay. So parang, oh my gosh, ano yung unahin kong panoorin? So it's very thrilling to see all the teams battling out. You have stories like Team A versus Team B in the last leg, nanalo si A over B. Tapos ngayon, baliktad naman. So redemption is the story here on the second leg.
Now, at the Charo, since you are the chairperson for beach volleyball in the PNVF, what are your future plans for the sport in the country?
Oh, a lot. But first off, siguro, I'm just really thankful and grateful that we're actually able to do a bubble tournament. And we based it on a lot of different bubble setups that we have experienced firsthand also with when we went to Thailand for the ABC and, of course, the recent PBL bubble. So definitely we will have more bubble tournaments in the future. And this November pa lang that our national team players are preparing for the Asian Senior Beach Volleyball Championship. And that's slated on November 23 to 27 sa Phuket, Thailand. After which, we will do our PNVF Beach Volleyball National Championships in Pagudpod, Ilocos Norte naman this December. And tuloy-tuloy na mga friends ang beach volleyball sa Pilipinas. This year, 2022, in preparation for SEA Games sa May. And of course, we have a lot of plans also, alam ni Zian, for BVR domestic tournaments next year. And hopefully, ma-open up na rin yung Philippines so we can have international teams. Because a lot really reached out to us. They messaged us. Japanese teams messaged us. Teams from Europe and US messaged us. Asking how they can participate in our tournament. So it's very exciting for us talaga.
Definitely great to hear that everything's finally happening after so long. I'm sure that this whole BVR tournament, you've been planning it for a long time. And it has finally come to fruition. So congratulations to the both of you. And balikan natin nga yung BVR experience. How is it there? Z, kamusta yung experience so far? Being with, all your former teammates, all the people that you went up against.
Yes, it's so exciting. Beach volleyball is definitely back. But what's interesting is, kasi sanay kami beach volleyball, you know how the vibe is, the lifestyle is. Like, everybody, kahit kalaban mo, they're your friends. And you hang out after the tournament, after day 1, day 2. But ngayon, since it's COVID, we have strict protocols. So ang nangyayari is, you stay in the rooms, everybody stays in their room. And then, the only time they go out of their room is when they play, when they train. In the court or for weights. So you have to sign up also sa aming secretariat para say to have 45 minutes of fresh air by the pool. So yun, everything nakapaalam yan. And we're so grateful to the BVR health team drawing up these protocols to keep everybody safe out here.
Yeah, and safety is always a priority, but from hearing those stories, medyo parang gusto ko na rin mag-beach volleyball dahil parang masarap.
Sign me up.
Oo nga, sign me up. But thank you again, Z and Charo, for joining us tonight. Always a pleasure. And after the break,
Thank you so much.
we'll get to know more about the upcoming 7-Eleven Virtual Run 2021. Stay tuned. You're watching the game. And welcome back to the game. The 7-Eleven Run series has been a staple in the Philippine sports community ever since it started in 2013. And now, almost a decade later, one of the country's most popular running events is back and ready to bring their runners to the virtual stage. Our very own Paulo Del Rosario sat down with 7-Eleven General Merchandise Division Head Jun Ang to find out what's new with the 7-Eleven Virtual Run 2021.
All right, welcome the General Merchandise Division Head for 7-Eleven, Mr. Junang, to tell us about something that has really been part of the fabric of the athletic community here in the Philippines. Of course, the 7-Eleven Virtual Run 2021 is happening. But sir, yung virtual run na to, it hasn't really been part of what 7-Eleven's been doing for the past few years. We've heard about the fun runs. Can you tell us a bit about yung history nito?
Hi, good morning, Pao, and thank you for having us back here with your fantastic viewership. 7-Eleven Run Series has started last 2013, and it started with Run 800, and because it connotes the number of store opening, and now it builds up. And for last year, we introduced the virtual run. The first time we did it because of the pandemic, and the reason is that dahil hindi nakakalabas yung mga tao, so we encourage them to do this virtually within their means, no? So they can do this within their treadmill, they can participate running around within their backyard or what. Basta on a collective time, di ba? We encourage them to participate and to identify which race category that they want to run, which category. So they can start from 500 meters for the kids and to the 42 kilometer on a collective time. So it doesn't have to be done within the same day or within the same period, but for us, we did it within 30 days. Para everybody would enjoy it because it's a fun run.
So this is actually the second staging of a virtual run, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And how is this different compared to yung first edition niya po?
The difference here is that we still have the same leg. We have Manila, Cebu, and Davao. And the difference here is that because we promote, we also support the government program for the Bida Rest Bakuna campaign.
Mm-hmm.
So we encourage all the people to get vaccinated, to be part of the herd community. Yeah. So that everybody would be protected. So with that, we give out free registration with a minimum purchase of the participating category distance that they're gonna into. But if you're not vaccinated, it's also welcome for you to join. But you have to pay for the full amount. So there's a discount for those who are vaccinated. Similar what's the other retailers doing, no? They're giving some freebies, some discount to those who are vaccinated, no? Just show the vaccination card, something like that.
Yeah, a little incentive for going through the whole vaccination process, getting vaccinated, and whatever side effects that you actually do feel. So ito yung reward nyo. May libreng registration sa 7-Eleven Virtual Run 2021. And sir, we also are wondering, are there any prizes, medals awaiting? Kasi virtual run nga to eh. Some people might not know how it works.
Yeah. Actually, once you submitted the time and you uploaded your run, if you want to, kasi if you uploaded your run, it will be collectively put up on an MTV and will be shown on the global ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
And once you finished it, registration, there would be finisher medal, finishing shirt. Also, there would be certificate and sponsors product that would be credited to your account.
You know, this has been going on for a while, and actually right before we started recording this, we were talking about some of the big names that were part of the 7-Eleven fun run in the past. And right now, do you feel that there could be a future famous runner dito na magpa-participate sa 7-Eleven virtual run niyo?
Yeah, actually, we have a lot of uh, runners who started with 7-Eleven Run Series. To name a few, we have Mary Joy Tabal, who is one of the Olympians right now. We have Richard Solano, who is the star within the SEA Games, and also Cristina Organiza, who won the SEA Games, the last SEA Games. And there's still a lot more that we are looking into for us to develop and encourage them to participate, no, eventually to be more competitive, coming from a fun run into a competitive run, and eventually to give them that aspiration to represent the country and their family. Yeah, yun ang pinaka hinihintay ng bawat isang runners na.
So very exciting times, and I'm sure there are a lot of people that you want to thank for helping make this happen for 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I would like to thank from the bottom of our heart in behalf of the company, all of our major sponsor, and especially our media partner, Smart, TV5, PLDT, One Sport, Signal, and of course, Radio 5.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Can you invite all our viewers to be part of history to register for this year's 7-Eleven virtual run?
Please try to register now. We'll be extending the registration until November 6. You still have time for you to click those buttons, and hopefully you'll enjoy the run.
All right. Thank you very much. That was Mr. Jun Ang, the General Merchandise Division Head of 7-Eleven. We hope to see you putting in those miles, putting in those kilometers, and being part of the 7-Eleven Virtual Run 2021. Sir, salamat po ulit.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Beli Capistrano.
And catch us weeknights here on One News, One Sports, and One Sports Plus. Happy weekend, everybody. I'm Jet Manuel, and this has been The Game.